Mike, what do you say to people who link crime and violence to rap music?
After I say you're stupid? Rap music, hip-hop, as a entity, was started in the late 60s, early 70s. Bunch of kids were in the burnt-out gutter called the South. Yeah, I'm about to give it to you. I'm going to give you some game. Check this out. I know you didn't have like Jay and a lot of other guys.
I thought it was a little later than that.
No, I got you. Check me out. There's going to be a movie comes out called Rubble Kings. So in the late 60s, all these kids that were kind of the fallout kids of the black nationalist movement, civil rights, poor white people's movement, Puerto Rican nationalism movement, they had street gangs in New York and the Bronx that were just essentially burnt out. At some point, very late 60s, early 70s, these kids were like, we're going to come up with our own peace treaty. Came up with their own peace treaty, decided that we aren't going to engage in violence. Well, what's the alternative to violence? The Zulu Nation was born out of that. Africa Bambaataa, Cool Herc. Google these. I'm telling you, it's way bigger than any of the rappers you think now, and the story is way more interesting. These kids, they were children, got together in the park, stole public electricity, which I strongly support, and decided to do park jams as an alternative to violence. So hip-hop is not rap. Hip-hop is the thing that houses rap, graffiti, breakdancing, and DJing and entrepreneurship. And what it did was give poor kids the opportunity to organize as an alternative to violence. Now, fast forward 40 years, it worked. A lot of money came into it. Guys bought big chains and tigers and lions and bears and shit, and we got off course. But at our core, hip-hop, every time you see a successful rapper, you're seeing a job creator in a community. Jay-Z has provided hundreds of jobs and created dozens of millionaires, and has changed the economy in places that it wouldn't have been. Outkast in Atlanta personally changed the economy in the last 20 years. So I would say that people who say hip-hop is violence, I would say let's start with the real violence starters. Let's start with the 3 major Abrahamic religions, and let's do away with their books. Let's start with governments and geo-war and politics. Let's do away with our leaders. So after we get down the violent scale of all the things that create real violence to get to music, it'll be easy to get hip-hop, because people in hip-hop want to do the same thing you do. Talk shit about politics, smoke weed, and date dope black women. That's it.
Stop using the Google, Mike. But Mike, wasn't Rapper's Delight in 1979
that's
the first rap record?
I thought it was Carla Thomas and Otis.
Yeah, 79 was Rapper's Delight. But hip-hop's birthday is November the 12th, 72 or 73. The official birthday. It's older than me. I remember the birthday because it's my daughter's birthday. Hey, Anaya. But it started way before then. It just broke. People figured out how to sell it.
Right.
The kids started it as an alternative to violence. That's what disturbed me about Baltimore.
Sure.
When I was on
Throw your hands in the air.
Why
can't we get back to that,
They said it,
like
but they said in Baltimore, Crips and Bloods have united with the BGF to kill cops. But on my timeline, on my social media, I saw gang members saying, we're going to be about peace. We aren't warring with each other anymore. They didn't say anything about killing cops. They didn't say anything about it was the first time in my young life that I saw gang members say, since 1992, say we're going to invoke our own peace treaty. And what government should have done is what we do when we go to a foreign land, get all the people who were rebels and sit them down together and say, let's do some truth and reconciliation. Let's fix this thing from the ground up. And I think we need to start engaging hip hop and young people in that way. And I think things will change. We'll see systemic change.
You get the last word, Killer.
I love you, brother.
And Killer Mike is because you killed the mic.
Because I killed the mic.
Not because you killed.
I'm killing nobody.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you.